Good morning, everyone. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar on IPR and innovation, organized by IPR Cell ED Club in association with KCSTE and IIC. Myself, Tasni Faisal, coordinator of this program. IPR and patent is an area of major concern because it incentivizes entrepreneurs to keep pushing for new advances in the face of adversity. And today we have with us the most eminent person, Dr. Vinod V, Dean of Department of Mechanical Engineering at NSS College for Engineering, Palakkad. It's a true pleasure for me to welcome you, sir, and we are very grateful to you for taking time off from your busy schedule to attend this webinar. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's with great delight may I now welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Sini Kurian, who is always with us with her unstinted support. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Safiq S, Technical Officer, IPR Cell, KCSTE, for providing us with the most eminent resource persons. I welcome our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Leena Verghese, to this occasion. And I would like to welcome my dear colleagues, Ms. Ashna Zakir and Ms. Sanuja MS, who put their effort to make this event happen. Welcome, dears. And finally, my warm words of welcome to all the participants present here. Thank you and thank you so much. And now for addressing the gathering, may I now invite our beloved principal, Dr. Sini Kurian. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dasni. A very good morning to all. Respected resource person of the day, Dr. Vinod V, Dean, Department of Mechanical Engineering, NSS College of Engineering, Palakkad, dear faculty members, and my dear students. First of all, let me congratulate the IPR cell of our college for organizing such a series of workshops in IPR. Of the 4 types of intellectual properties, patent has a topic of discussions only in engineering colleges and research institutions in the recent past. But now, IPR and patents have become a topic of general discussions even in arts and science colleges like ours. In line with the technological development, a lot of inventions needed, a lot of solutions are needed in many areas. But it's very important that these inventions are to be protected to safeguard the rights of the inventors. Here comes the importance of the patents. Now, even undergraduate level, IPR is included in the syllabus in many universities. But in many cases, students are not aware of the practical side or technical side. Hence, I'm very glad that we have here the right person here to speak on IPR and related factors, Dr. Vinod, who has 5 patents published. So we are extremely happy to have you for this webinar. I wish all the very best for the webinar, and I'm sure that we will have a fruitful sessions ahead. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As our principal said before, intellectual property protection is critical to fostering innovation. Without protection of ideas, businesses and individuals will not reap the full benefits of their invention and would focus less on research and development. To hear more about IPR and innovation, may I now invite Dr. Vinod V. He has 5 patents in his credit. He is a member of Expert Valuation Committee, Scrutiny Committee of All India Council of Technical Education, member of APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, chairman of Board of Studies at University of Calicut, and so on. So without any further ado, let's hear from him. Over to you, sir.
Respected principal and respected coordinator and respected Shafiq sir from KCST. First of all, let me thank you for inviting for this particular webinar on IPR and innovations. So, regarding IPR, people may think that it is very difficult to get a patent, but the only thing that we have to focus is that we should be able to try to find out the solutions of the common man. Initially, you should be able to develop observational skills. You have to closely monitor each and every operation so that we will be able to find out some methods by which we can improvise that particular system. That observation level is lacking among our youngsters. That is the present scenario. That is where we want to focus right now. Whatever thing that we are seeing, Every time we should be able to think about how we can improvise that existing system, how we will be able to make it more cost effective, less time consuming for a particular process or a product, cost effective product, innovative product like that. So while keeping that into mind, I am directly going to my PPTs. Let me check whether you can see that. Hope you can see the PPT, madam.
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Fine. Okay, so today I'll be discussing on some slides related with innovation creativity, which is leading to the patents. So initially, as we have already told, innovation related with innovation, we should be able to know what is innovation, what is creativity, how we can develop a product. Basically, what I think is that we are all innovators. We are all innovators in one way or other. We are all innovators because I think the students are there, faculty are there. Every day, we will be trying to come up with some innovative products or innovative solutions to the existing situations. For example, while you are making products in your kitchen, for example, food items in your kitchen, we will try to improvise it one way or other. We will like to improvise it. Similarly, the same way, if you are studying a particular paper, we'd like to improvise it either by if you are delivering the knowledge to the students, we'll try to improvise it in one way or other, the various ways, modes of presentations. Okay, so like that, we are improvising it every day. So we are all innovators. Only thing is that we like to fine tune it properly, then only we will be able to come up with patents. Okay, now the first slide, what is innovation? So innovation means it is the introduction of new ideas, goods, services, and practices which are intended to be useful. So the main thing that you have to understand is useful. Whatever things that you are coming up with, new ideas, goods, services, practices, these things are focusing on a point called which should be useful to the society. Okay. So the main driver for innovation is often the courage and energy to build a better world. Again, the focus is on the last sentence, last words, that is building a better world. Again, we are focusing on the society. Then an essential element for innovation is its application in a commercially successful way. That is again another important point. Whatever thing that you are inventing, it is for the public, it has to be scaled up, it has to be commercialized in a successful way. Otherwise, it will not be beneficial to the common man. So some examples, the innovations that have punctuated and changed the human history, that is development of electricity, that we know. We can't survive even with 1 hour without electricity. Steam engines, motor vehicles and all. How these type of innovations have changed the world. So that we have already seen. So this is a basic part of innovation. Now, what is invention and what is versus innovation? What is the difference between these two? Basic difference. Invention means it is something coming up with something new, that is generally called as invention. Innovation means it is coming up with a better way to use or produce or distribute an invention. That is, again, we are focusing on scaling up, that is commercialization. So one example is a storage device. You have come up with an invention called storage device. But whenever we are coming up with a product, that is this USB drive, like that, Blu-ray or whatever it may be. So that is generally called as innovation. That is, innovation means it is creativity plus commercialization. So every time, whenever you are making a new thing, you have to think about scaling it up and commercialization. Then only it will be able to, it will be useful for the common man. Next, means this is the idea research loop. Everybody will be focusing on that, thinking about these things. But whenever we are displaying it in a slide, it is very simple, but it is very difficult to proceed with this process because identifying a problem, it starts with here, identifying a problem. How you are going to identify a problem? It is quite difficult to identify a problem. Problem exists everywhere. Opportunity exists everywhere. But the thing is that you have to identify the problem very, very clearly. What is the root cause? How we will be able to come up with a solution for this problem. Okay, so identify the problem means it's a really great thing. Then explore information and create ideas. Again, this is the second point. You have to explore a lot of information from all corners. You should be able to identify because, for example, some solution may already exist for this problem. You are trying to discover a new thing, but already that particular thing already exists in the market. And if you want to know that, you have to explore. You have to search whether a solution is existing for this particular problem. So then come up with creative ideas. If it is not available, you try to come up with newer and newer ideas. Then from there, you have to select the best idea. How do you select the best idea? Best idea means it should be economically feasible, practically viable. That is generally these are the things that we normally use to go, because we have to fabricate this thing. So within the available material, whether we can fabricate a prototype, whether we can test it, all these things we have to come next. So selecting the best idea based on a lot of parameters, cost, quality, a lot of things are there, availability, effectiveness, efficiency, all those things. Based upon that, you have to select the best idea. Then build and test the idea. Here comes the issue: building and testing the idea. While writing it, it gives only 2-3 words, but building and testing the idea is really difficult. It is really difficult to build that thing. A lot of intricacies are there, but still you have to make it. You have to take risk. You have to make it. A lot of effort will be there. Then test it properly. Testing is also an issue, because every time we not be having this testing properly, because you may not be having that equipments with you to test properly. Sometimes you may have to approach certain labs. So all these things are really difficult. Then after that, you evaluate the results. Evaluating results means after the test data, you have to evaluate whether it is solving your existing issues. Okay, so this is a closed loop. So again, if it is after evaluation, if you think that it has not reached the actual values, again you have to redo this loop again and again. Okay, this is generally called as idea research loop. Now, evolution of intellectual property comes here. That is, you are having an idea, you have made research, and you have come up with a new invention. And again, in this particular point, here the patent comes. So whenever you are come up with a new product, you are thinking that this is a totally novel idea, then you have to apply for patent. If you think means you have to do the patent search. If you do after the patent search, if you find that similar items are not available anywhere, then you can go for a patent. So you can approach a patent attorney and you can go for the patent. So normally what this colleges and other people, what they used to do is, whenever they are coming up with a newer thing, they will publish it in newspapers, or they will give a paper, especially a research paper, in journals or conferences, etc. Kindly don't do it. So if you are doing it, you won't be able to get a patent. That is the first thing, and first and foremost thing that you should be able to identify. That is, whenever you are coming up with a new product or new idea, and after patent search, you find that this is totally new, nobody has made it till now, then better you apply for a patent. Please don't publish it in any newspaper, magazine, or journals or conferences. If you are publishing it in conferences, journal, newspaper, etc., it is already it's already available in the public domain. So anybody will do it. Okay, people are very smart; they will do better than you. So better don't do this. Better apply for a patent. And if you are applying for a patent, if you are applied it, then afterwards you can do. Okay, you will be getting an acknowledgement slip from the patent office. Then you can do. Then you can publish it. Nobody can interfere you. Okay. So that is the best thing that you have to do. So it's a patent is an exclusive right granted for an invention. That is generally, that is, you are the sole owner. It's exclusive right to a product or a process that generally provides a new way of doing something and offers a new technical solution to a problem. This is the general definition. Okay, it's an exclusive right given to you, and for coming up with a newer solution or a technical solution for a problem. It's a general thing. How do we know whether this idea is patentable? As I've already told you, first check whether if your idea qualifies. Whether you go at the patent search, check whether it qualifies. Second, to do a research for all previous disclosures of the concern of your invention. The patent database is available there. You can verify whether the same thing is available or not. Then third thing is you have to learn the basics of patenting process. So how to apply for a patent and what is a procedure, etc., etc. All these things you will be able to get support from KCST IPR cell, because Ajit Prabhu sir is there, Safiq sir is there. Every time they will be able to help you. They will provide you ample amount of information, and a list of patent attorneys are available with the government of Kerala. They will provide you ample amount of help for you for filing patents and all, even at reduced prices. Okay, reduced cost. Now, criteria for patentability. These are the three main criteria for patentability. The new that is first one is novelty. That is, new invention means any invention or technology which has not been published in any document or used in the country or elsewhere in the world before the date of filing of patent application with complete specification. That is generally called as novelty. It has not been published in any document. That is the main thing. It has not been published. That is what I have already told you. If you are having an invention, if you are applying before applying for patent, if you are uploaded this document in a journal, you won't be able to get it, because if anybody is searching it, definitely it will come. It has already been in the public domain, so anybody can access it. So please don't do it. That is the first criteria, novelty. Then point number two is non-obviousness, that is inventive step. What type of technical advancement is there? A feature of an invention that involves technical advance as compared to the existing knowledge or has economic significance. Two things are there. What type of technical advancement is there in your invention, and how economically it is significant as far as the society is concerned? Okay, this is the second one. And the third one is that is industrial applicability. That is whether it can be scaled up, whether you can manufacture it more number of times, how it can be made, can be used at least in one field of activity. It can be reproduced with same characteristics or many as necessary, whether it can be mass production, or it can be scaled up or not, or this is the only one. It's not the only one. You can produce it more and more means definitely it passes the patent criteria. Okay. Now, prior art patent database search. There are three things. One is novelty is one of the main criteria, as I've already told you, for the invention for getting a patent. That I've already told you. And novelty search is done in the prior art database. Database search is there. Patent database search is there. Database is there. Of people who have already filed patent, all data are available in the database. Only thing is that you have to search it. And there are various methods by which we can search it. One particular method is that we can directly type Google/patents. Google/patents, you will be able to get a field. There you type your keywords, whatever things that you are planning to invent, whatever things that you have already invented. For example, let it be a pen. A special type of pen means you can type that particular name. That then these details will come. Whatever things that the people have already invented, will automatically come, and you can search. Figures will also be there in Chinese patents and all. Figures will also be there. I mean, especially pictures will be there. You can check whether this similarly matches you. Okay, according to that, you can decide whether it is similar or whether it is not similar or not. So this database search is conducted using CD-ROM databases, or online databases are also there. So some online databases, some free databases available are there in this particular site. IPA India, ipindia.nic.in, that is for Indian patents. Then epspacenet.com for European patents, US Patent Office.gov, then WIPO, then SurfLip. All these things are available in the net. You can just go through it, so that you will be able to get more details about Indian, European, US, Chinese, Korean, and Japanese patents and all. Then, categories of intellectual property. One is the patent. That is, in intellectual property, one criteria category is the patent that we have already discussed. Second is industrial design. As you have already know, each and every product is having their own design. One TV may not be resembled with the other one. For example, one mouse may not be similar to other one. So like that, every company will take their own designs, industrial designs. Similar, different types of designs are there for each product. So they are already taken for industrial designs. Next is trademarks, that you have already know. Every name of the company, there you will be able to see a trademark, GM. They will be marking it like that. Then copyright, especially for books and all, you can see the copyrights. The geographical indications. You might have heard about GI products. A lot of GI products are there. Navara Matta, then Aramula Kannadi. A lot of things are there. So Banaras sarees. So geographical GIs are there. Then layout of integrated circuits. Integrated IC chips. Their layout is also, they can take another area called intellectual properties, layout of this and then protection for undisclosed information, trade secret, you know about this KFC and all, Pepsi and all. They are already having their own trade secrets. So like that, these are the general 7 categories of intellectual property. Then as far as cell phone is concerned, with an example, for the working mechanism, you can take a patent. For the shape, you can take a design patent for that. For the name, you can have a trademark, for example, Geo or like that, whatever it may be. And for that manual of that cell phone, you can take the copyright. So this is the example that you can have for that. Then, as far as the content of patent application is concerned, this will be normal. You have to write the patent application. So initially, if you are approaching KSCST, Sir will provide you a application form where you will be writing all these things in general. Before going for this patent search, you need a set of data. What is the title? What is the field of invention? Then what novelty is there in your product? What is the prior art? All those things you have to give. According to that, they'll give you an exclusive patent search for that. So all these things you have to incorporate all these things in the patent application also. That is, what is a title? Title you have to focus on which area you are going to give the patent. Then field of invention, in which area, whether it is for software or in design or product or whatever it may be. Then background of invention, what type of solutions, what was the previous existing thing, what type of solution you are going to come up with, how it is beneficial for the common man. That is summary of the invention. Description of drawings, all the drawings you have to draw, especially with CAD or something like that. Anything you have to draw, all the details, minute details about the products has to be clearly explained. That is, for example, whether it is having a handle, 1, 2, 3, like that, you have to write. Everything you have to write. Detailed description of the invention, how it works, each and everything, what is the use of that handle, how we will be removing it, what type of switches you have used, what is the mechanism that you are used inside, how many parts are there, each you name each parts, 1, 2, 3, etc., how it works when you are operating it, you are putting it in the on mode, how it operates, everything you have to describe it properly. Then claims, that is, what do you claim? This particular product, we claim that this can function it like this. We claim like that. Claims are there, a lot of claims are there. People will try to infringe you. That is, they'll be able to tell that these particular things, we are violating this particular claim like that. So claims, you have to write it properly. Otherwise, it is very difficult to use. So I'll explain about a claim in the next slides and all. Then these drawings and the abstract. So it contains almost 9 items in general. Okay. So this is a format of a published patent. This is one of the patents of one of our students. He has published. Is from Jiten Babu. So here the patent publication. Here you can see the title of invention: article holding device, and device for holding the article. That is, this particular item was used for removing bulbs. From, you have to stand on the ground floor itself. You can able to replace the bulbs which are at the ground floor or the top floor or something like that with this particular equipment. So there it will be clearly writing about the applicant, details of the applicant, then abstract. What is this article holding device? It is closed. Includes elongated telescope, tube number, etc., etc. Total number of pages and total number of claims. Date of application, publication date, application number, etc. Okay, this is how a published patent looks. Now, regarding the turmeric patent, this is a case study regarding the turmeric. Hope you might have heard about this case. That is a case study on turmeric. That is, you know for what purpose we have been using turmeric, manjal. So it is related to the wound healing property of turmeric, which is commonly known in India. But unfortunately, two American researchers of Indian origin, that is Suman K. Das and Harihar Kohli of University of Mississippi Medical Center, were granted patent in March 1995 for turmeric. You will see this case. It's a very, very, very important case because these two American researchers took the patent for turmeric. So then these two people only can use the turmeric. But unfortunately, in India, we have been using it for centuries. So this patent was challenged by the way of re-examination at US Patent Office by CSIR. So at last, US Patent Office has revoked this patent after extensive searches. 32 references were located in different languages, namely Sanskrit, Urdu, and Hindi. That is, we have challenged that patent. You can challenge a patent. Anybody can challenge a patent. Whenever it is published, anybody can challenge it and they can tell that this resembles ours. We have been using this for the past this much amount of years. So definitely the organization who has given the patent will go through it. They will analyze the thing. And if they found that this is worth, then they can revoke the patent. So positively, as far as for Indians are concerned, we have revoked this patent. Otherwise, we couldn't have used this turmeric anymore. So this is the case. So fortunately, we have identified 32 references prior to this, because this particular person has given this patent in 1995. So prior to 1995, we should be able to give a proof that we have been using this turmeric for exclusively for this wound healing applications and healing properties and all. So for that, we need documents. We need documents. So this is one of the documents which they have produced. That is the prior art for turmeric. നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ ഉപയോഗിച്ചെന്നുള്ള ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആണ് ഇത്. ഉറുദുവിൽ എഴുതിയ ഒരു document ആയിരുന്നു. So its translation is that haldi or haldi powder taken directly as a blood purifier it cures jaundice. It's a translation. Anti-inflammatory, analgesic. So this extract best tonic for eyesight, wound healing, infection. So this has been written in 1879. So previously we have been using it. It has already been written. So this is one of the prior arts that we have produced, Indian government has produced. So because of that, we have been successfully able to revoke that patent. Now, you see the details of US patents per year for the past from 2013 to 2020. So you can see which all companies are at the top. You can see from IBM in 2013, it was having 6,788 patents. This is per year, okay, per year. Then Samsung was having 4,652 and Canon was having 3,820. And these three companies are still at the top as far as US patent is concerned now also, that is in 2020 also. IBM is with 9,130 patents per year. Samsung 6,400, Canon, and then is Microsoft. So you can see that it stands first for the 27th consecutive or 28th consecutive year. Continuously, they are at the top. So it's the first company to receive 9,000 patents per year. 9,000 patents. You just imagine about the level of invention in this particular company, IBM. So it's making around, so if you are dividing this 9,000 by 365, if you imagine that it is companies working on 365 days, it is around 25 inventions per day. So that is a level of invention in each company. So we are all potential. We are having immense amount of potential. Only thing is that you want to fine tune it. That is the only thing. So this is the present level. Now, in per country statistics in 2019 is available. So the total patent filed is around 33 lakhs 26,300. So as far as country patent ranking is concerned, China has outperformed almost all the countries. It is having 15.42 and is ranked as first in the entire world. That is, you just see the difference between US and China, almost double. And see other countries, Japan, Korea, Germany, and India, where India stands. We are at the sixth, but you see the numbers, 0.5 lakhs and China 15 lakhs. So there stands the thing. So how this China people, the people of China and the inventors in China, how they are working properly. The level of invention, again, you have to concentrate. That is where we can see almost all products have been manufactured by Chinese people. New and inventive products have been manufactured by Chinese people. Because whenever you are going to any shop, whenever you are seeing an inventive product, if you look back, then you will be able to see that it has been manufactured in China. Right now, things are quite different. We have come up with Atmanirbhar Bharat and all, and we have banned some Chinese products. But only thing is that we want to come up. We have to come up. We have to come up with newer and newer products, and we want to do newer and newer inventions. Okay, so this is the right path. This is the right track because right now we have sidelined China. So opportunities are there. Lot of opportunities are there. Potential is there. You want to come up with. Okay, this is the only thing that we can do. And as far as Indian companies and institutions are concerned, which are having maximum number of patents, CSIR, IISc, IIT Kharagpur, SCT, IIT Mumbai, IIT Bombay, and IIT Madras and all. And similarly, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institutes and all. And automotive sector, Honda, Suzuki, and Bosch are at the top. And in general, again, Samsung R&D, TCS, Wipro, Qualcomm, these companies, Indian companies are at the top, which are having maximum number of patents. If you take the case of individual patents, there are a lot of people who are having a lot of more number of patents. There is a person called Silverbrook in Australia. He has having 4,744, that is US patents out of total 11,000 in printing and electronics areas. He is having around 11,146 patents, this Silverbrook. Then Yamasaka in Japan, he is having around 9,700. These are this particular area LCD solar cells and then Lowell Wood in US around this much. Then one Indian is also there. It is he's having around 1,298, 99. This Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, and its area is VLSI and filling processes. Okay, so there are people. So you just think about these individuals who are having around 11,000 patents. So we still may not be having at least one. You can also have one. We can do it. That is the thing. That is, I'll tell you at the end how we will be able to make these things. And regarding the type of innovations, basically there are 5 types. Okay, then the first one is product innovation, that is which involves introduction of new goods or service. That is totally a new product. You are coming up with a totally new product. Totally new product that may not be available in the world right now. Substantially, it has been improved in the particular quality or cost or whatever it may be. So this must include the improvements in the functional characteristics, basically in the function, how it functions properly. Then their technical abilities, ease of use, or any other dimension that is generally called as product innovation that we are already seeing. New product. The company is coming in with a product with more number of features. That is totally product innovation. Next is process innovation, improved production. It involves implementation of a new or significantly improved production method or delivery method. One best example is of Suzuki and Toyota. See, we are all seeing newer cars and all. So you know how much amount of time has been taken for manufacturing a car in general. How much time is taking for manufacturing a car? Can you give me a wild guess? Any members who are in this group? Can you give me a wild guess? How much amount of time it takes for manufacturing a car? Please unmute and tell me. Just a wild guess. Uh, anyway, I'll tell you. See, it takes only around 1.34 minutes for manufacturing a car. That is, you may be thinking that the lot of operations are there, but anyway, in 1.34 minutes, one car is been rolling out of the factory, especially in Maruti Suzuki plant, because I have been working with Maruti Suzuki. So we have been doing this. So we have seen it. Even that we are trying to improvise it. In this one, we are trying to reduce that time limit there for 1.34 minutes. And every 1.34 minutes, one particular vehicle, for example, let it be Desire, continuously Desire will be coming out. And in the case of Toyota Motor Corporation, it is quite different. In Toyota, they are taking around 3 minutes. It's generally called as takt time. But the innovation what the Toyota has made is that suppose one Camry is coming out as the first vehicle, the second will be Prado, the next one will be some other vehicle of Toyota. Okay, that flexibility is there. They are not manufacturing the same brand continuously every day. Depending upon the demand, they are having that flexibility also. For example, Fortuner will come, next Glanza will come, like that different products will come. Product variety is there. Same day product variety is there. That is coming around 3 minutes. That is about that is a level of production in Toyota Motor Corporation. Then marketing innovation. So it's a development of new marketing methods, as you know, with improvement in product design, packaging, product promotion, or pricing. So the marketing innovation, you know, the best is Geo. How they are marketing, how they are outperforming BSNL, Vodafone, and other companies. You know, one of the important criteria is their pricing strategies. Pricing strategy means price skimming strategy they have incorporated. So they will reduce the price, they will penetrate deep into the market. They are coming in with more and more features, so people get addicted to use for that. Then definitely they will use it for continuously for a more longer duration. So marketing innovation is there. Then organizational innovation means it is also creation of new organizations, business practices, making people capable of tapping both entrepreneurial and opportunity, developing excellent execution process and all. One example is about Apple. Apple, for example, uh, simply speaking, one example is we are working from home right now. No? Even though we are here, we are executing our duties and responsibilities. So that is another coming up with a different platform. Work from home. That is another one. That is generally called as organizational innovation. One example we can have. Then business model innovation. That is changing the way of business in terms of capturing value. That is, you take the case of Amazon, Uber, and all. Amazon means they are a trading people. I mean, they don't manufacture anything. Only thing is that somebody is manufacturing. They know who needs these items. Only thing is that they'll buy from them and they'll give it to you. They don't have any manufacturing facility. They only have packing facility. Similarly, but still they are having a lot of business. To take the case of Uber, Uber does not own any vehicle, but still they are running the business. Only thing is that they are having an application or software. So that is business model innovation. So like that, different things are there. Now, what is creativity? Creativity means it is defined as a tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems. Creativity. This is a general definition. Then here we have to focus on three important things. One is domain skills. That is, domain skills are developed as one becomes expert in this field. That is, to become creative, one must master the basic fundamentals of its discipline. That is very, very important. Suppose you want to be more creative. How you can be creative? First of all, you should be very strong with your basic fundamentals. That is very, very important. Otherwise, you can't design a lot of things. Basic fundamentals, you have to be strong. Then you can do it. Then creative thinking skills. Creative thinking skills means include seeking novelty, diversity, and being independent, being persistent with high standards. At every time, we should be able to think that how we can come up with newer products or newer things, how inventive you are, how creative you have to think in that perspective. You have to discuss things with your friends, how to come up with newer solutions for this existing problem and all. Then intrinsic motivation. It implies that it's a reason for doing things coming from within. That is, it's a passion. From passion and pleasure. It's not result of external demands, pressure, or rewards. That is, motivation should come from within your mind. That is, I should do something for the society and for the humankind and all. So then, and next is find what you love to do. That is a general statement. That is, when you know that people do when people are doing their work, they'll be more creative when they are doing work which they love to do. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള ഏരിയയിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴായിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾ കൂടുതൽ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റീവ് ആവും. So there is no substitution for any intrinsic motivation. That is, nobody can motivate you. It should come from within. So even though that motivation does not guarantee creativity, but you have to do that. So this is a suggested framework for innovation. That is, it starts from the bottom side. Find what you love to do. So become expert in that particular field, passionate about your field. Seek the opportunities. Open up your mind, mental flows. Discover your own creative rhythm. Then identify problems and opportunities. That is very, very important. That is, challenge all assumptions. Seek the opportunities. That is, why this is like that. Why it can't be like the other way. You have to challenge it every time. That should start from the school level. You have to challenge it. That is, there you should be able to develop such a culture. You should ask continuously to your faculty why this is like this. Especially from the school level, you can train it like that. As far as faculty we are concerned, we should ask our students to challenge why this is like this. Then we'll also develop. As faculty, normally we'll be going through certain textbooks. We have to update our technology continuously because the students, as far as students are concerned, they every knowledge is there at their fingertips, as you know. So according to that, so in tune with that, we have to also update our technologies. Then seek novelty in their design. Set goals and objectives. Then seek novelty. Stop looking for the right answer. This is very, very important. Stop looking for the right answer. Look for many answers. There is no right answer right now. Lot of answers will be there. From that, you have to choose the best one. So that may be based on a lot of parameters. Then do it. Don't be afraid. Take risk. Move forward. Okay. So this is the general one. There are 6 steps to enhance your creativity. That is, so these are the general things. Depends upon individual to individual. Open your mind. Open up your mind. That is it. Have one experience every day, no matter how it is small. New experience will simulate your brain and help you to come up with newer ideas critical for boosting breakthrough technologies. Okay, you have to open up. Diversify. That is, involve others to your problem. Solving efforts will bring different perspective of culture experiences than yours. That is, for example, if you are in your science area, a faculty from the science area or from the science stream, you discuss your issue, that is your technical issue, whatever it may be, with a person from the other area. For example, let it be engineering, sometime, or from the other area, so that they will be able to come up with a solution which will be effective, more effective, because you will be thinking from one particular perspective, other person will be thinking from another perspective. So sometimes it may work. Then mental flows, stress, exhaustion, boredom, pain, so that you have to remove it. Then look, stopping for the right answer. Look for many right answers. A lot of things will be there. So from that you will choose. That, for example, if you want to go from one point to another, you can go by bicycle, you can go by walk, you can go by bus, car, whatever it may be. So there is a lot of solutions are there for the same problem. Look, lot of answers will be there. You have to choose the best one based on some parameters. Discover your own creative rhythm. That is, start paying attention to you when you will be able to get best ideas. You will be knowing at what time you will be able to best ideas. Sometimes whenever you are discussing your issue with some particular individual, you will be able to get some solution. So first of all, you should be able to identify your creative rhythm. When you will be more creative, when you are discussing with this item, with this particular discussion, making discussion with a specific person or a group of person, you will be able to get more solutions. So that is your creative rhythm. Health makes well, regular exercise, performances, etc. Now, I'll just give you some invention solutions, problems, and all. And here you can see some pictures. That is, one teapot you can see here, another one here, another one here. So what is the difference here? Here you are having 2 pots. Here 2 openings are there, so that if you are using this jug, you will be able to pour tea to 2 glasses. So is this inventive? The thing is that what sort of invention is there? By providing two openings, you can pour tea or liquid, whatever it may be. So we can reduce the time. Okay, it is productive. Then point number two, how we can improvise this design. Suppose you are placing this opening in the other side, and if you are making a partition in between, one area you can use for tea and another area you can use for coffee. That is one another example. And this particular invention, this individual has made in such a way that it is not used in his claims. He has written that it is used for pouring liquids, not for tea or coffee or something like that. So that is the gimmicks that you want to know. Don't specifically write tea, coffee, or something. If it is used, if you in your patent, if you are writing it, it is exclusively used for pouring tea, means somebody is using it for pouring coffee. He he can use it. So whenever you are making this claims, make it general, make it in such a way that it can be used for pouring liquids. So the same thing we can use it used for industrial applications for pouring liquids, molten metal. That also can be used. This is a steps. So there you can see a tray here. There you can place your chappals. So it's inventive. Okay. This is a mug where glass, especially a glass, where you are using this pouring tea or coffee, something like that. And the bottom side there is a stirrer, automatic stirrer, self-stirring mug. So this will rotate. Only thing is that at the bottom side we will be having a key. With that you will wind the key, and after that you pour the tea inside it. And here there is a button at the top. So if you are pressing it, it will unwind automatically. It will get stirred. So you don't have to use a spoon. Then this is normally what whenever we are going for a trip, you want to have a food. So you need a plate or you need a stand. So this is the stand where you can have. Okay, these are inventive products. So magnetic strips are there. Normally we will be placing these bottles at the racks, especially at the bottom side, but you can hang it like this if you are providing magnetic strips. This is a glass with a provision for keeping the biscuit. There's a pocket exclusively for this. Okay, so here we can save a plate. Okay, and similarly the tea, you can reduce it by half. So like that, these are the products people are making, and the people are making taking patents for this. And butter, then butter, here you can see normally we will be using a spoon and other things. Here just like our Fevi stick, you can use it like this. Then this is a bicycle. Normally it is very difficult to park a bicycle. Here you can fold a bicycle, folding bicycle. Then here these are the chappals with small LEDs where you can wear it, especially while going for bathrooms, especially in the night. You don't have to switch on your lights. You can use it whenever you are putting your leg inside. Automatically, it will glow. Okay. So this is the latest BMW bike, Motorrad Vision Next 100 BMW. This is a self-balancing bike. Self-balancing bike means only thing is that you have to enter it and you have to ride the bike. It won't fall down. You don't have to balance. Self-balancing bike. The tagline is enjoy the sensation of absolute freedom. So newer and newer products by BMW. Bendable lithium-ion battery by Panasonic. Bendable battery. What is the basic issue with our mobile phones? This battery, the shape of the mobile phone is rectangular or whatever it may be. It's basically because of the reason that this battery is not bendable. It is of a specific shape. It has to be placed inside the mobile phone. But this Panasonic has come up with a bendable battery in such a way that whether we can fold our phones and we can expand it. This is tomato plant which produces tomatoes and potatoes. That is at the bottom side you will be able to get potato, and the top side you will be able to get tomatoes. Okay, this is a company developed, UK company, Thomson and Morgan has developed this. Then mini mobile robotic printer is there. Normally printers you have seen, paper will be going inside the printer and paper is coming out. Printer is stationary. You just take the reverse thing. Hmm? Paper is stationary, printer is moving. So this is the printer. You can see that printer, and printer will be moving along the paper, and when one page is over, the printer will give the signal to the computer so that you will be able to get a display that plays the next paper. So you place it exactly at the top. Next, prefabricated plastic roads are available, especially in this Rotterdam, this city of Notre Dame. If you want to lay a road, directly these things are already available. You can lock it like this and you can make a road. Only thing is that a surface is required. And through the inside part, you can lay the cables. A provision is there for laying the cables. Next, this is wristbone kinky, where if you don't know how to swim, you place this thing, you wear this wristbone kinky on your hand, and you go for swimming. If anything happens, it's a CO2 cartridge here. You press it here, automatically it gets inflated, and you will come up. Okay, so this is a life-saving device, wristbone kinky. And this is a bucket of this shape. It can be converted into this shape. That is flat mode you can have. If you press it at the center point, it will come up along it like this. It will expand like this. If you place your hand inside, you can bring it back, and then definitely it will become a flat form. Okay, so it's a bucket which can be foldable. This is a bike wheel for a bike, especially for bikes with built-in suspension. Normally in vehicles we will be having suspensions, but in this particular wheel, it is already having a suspension. You can see this particular strips. Okay, so this is made of composites, carbon composites. So automatically it absorbs the vibration. Okay, so this will act as a wheel at the same time as a suspension. So toothpaste and toothbrush, see, toothpaste both openings are there. One normal and one herbal. Both openings are there, and you can see these toothbrushes. These are all having their center of gravity kept at the bottom side. Normally it will stand individually. You don't have to have a holder for that. Okay. And similarly here you can see a brush with a paste. Everything is there. If you rotate the bottom side in the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, automatically paste will be coming over here. So it will just like a pen. It will look like just like a pen. So you don't have to take this paste along with you. Already it is already preloaded. Okay. The products are like this: vegetables, fruits, shapes. You can see watermelons, rectangular shape watermelon, which will be helpful for you to place it in your fridges and all. So molds are there. Fruit, there's a company called fruitmold.com. You place it this particular mold, and while this watermelon is growing, you have to place it like this. You have to fix it with the help of nuts and bolt. Automatically grows like this, heart shape. You can give as a gift for someone you love. And similarly, the vegetables, fruits, shapes, and all. You can see pumpkins and all, Mickey Mouse. This is the way in which they used to make it. This is the fruit mold. This is the mold. You place it there, lock it like this. Automatically, it will grow like this, and afterward, you will be getting a product like this. Similarly, you will be able to get like pear. So this is Buddha pear. You can see this is a company called fruitmold.com. They used to manufacture it like this. Then if you take the case of buildings, here you can see an urban cactus called Rotterdam in Netherlands. There you can see, there is a balcony, and every balcony it is having a small garden. So light will fall on almost all areas. And normally you have never seen such a building. So this is building made in Netherlands. So that is how the people are creative, especially the civil engineers, architects, how they are making creative. So every family will be able to get a garden where direct sunlight is falling. Okay, this is the world's highest railway bridge, which is in JNK, that is in our Jammu and Kashmir, that is 357 meters high. How they have made it, and 1,315-meter long engineering marvel, which can withstand blast and seismic waves. This is at the top, 1.3 kilometers over two mountains, big mountains. It is expected to be 35 meters taller than the Eiffel Tower. So people are making it. That is, you have to know. This is the Kansas State Library in USA. How innovative they have made it. Just made like books. Okay, library. And here there's a building in Montreal. You can see what is the speciality of this building is that it does not block air. You can see there are openings. So the wind load will be very less. So through every cabins and partitions, definitely air will automatically flow through this area. So it will be very lively. Lot of amount of airflow will be there. So automatically this building will be very cool and all. Okay, wind load will be very less. And this is a 14-year-old Remya Jose, who is from Kerala, and she has invented a pedal-operated washing machine, which is she has made from the bike parts, and she has got this national award for innovation. And right now, she is working for National Innovation Foundation. You can see, only thing is that here they will be having a washing machine. It will be a pedal-operated washing machine. So if you are doing exercise at the same time, you will be able to wash our clothes. Okay. This is artist Soumya Pandya Thakkar and Shakuntala Pandya. They are from Ahmedabad. They have designed 3D patterns on zebra crossings. You see, this is a zebra crossings, and they have normal zebra crossing. You will be having these lines only, but they have made it like this. Only thing is that they have made a rectangular patch and made 3D shape. So what happens is that whenever a vehicle is approaching, definitely they'll think that some disruptions are there at the center, some obstructions are there. So like that, automatically they will reduce the speed. So that is the invention that they have come up with. Okay. So water from air. There's a device which will make water from air. In atmosphere, water vapor is there. This is a device which is used for absorbing this water vapor and converting it into water. Such a device is there available. Then, regarding with frugal innovations means it's about creating advantage out of a constraint. Lot of frugal innovators are there in India. They have come up with several designs, and it's faced with scarce resource, institutional voids, frugal innovators. They have developed radical solutions for the problems. So we'll see one by one. They don't have much amount of technical knowledge and all, but still they come up with inventive solutions for the problems. So we'll see one by one. So this is one water wheel. It is used in Rajasthan area. In Rajasthan, as you know, that water is very scarce. So a lot of people will be taking water from a single well, and they may be having their kids along with them. So if a lady is going there with a kid, it is very difficult for her to take the water in along with the kid. She may be placing this water at a pot at her head. So unfortunately, when it reaches her home, it will spill out. He may be able to get only three-fourths of it. So this particular individual has designed a roller like this, a drum like this, where they will be operating this, opening this yellow cap, we will be pouring the water, and afterwards we can move it just like a trolley. Okay, automatically you will be able to get the entire water without any spillage. So this is one example. Then another load carrier, which is designed by Vikram Panchal of National Institute of Design. So this is for the people who are holding a lot of amount of load in the shoulders or in the head. Normally, head load workers are there. Normally, it is very difficult for them to carry heavy load, especially porters and all. This is a newer mechanism design which they have exclusively reduced for that. So entire load will be coming on the shoulders. Okay. So this is a, you can see here, you see the design, the specifications of the design. Here a roller is there. Here a holder holding sponge is there where we can hold it at the top. The same purpose item can be used for different applications. Like this also it can be used, and trolley also it can be used. Okay, so multi-purpose designs, the same item but different use. Then frugal innovations here. This item called Miti Cool. This is a fridge in Gujarat. So what he has done is that he there is a place where electricity is not there. So this particular entire box has been made of clay. At the top portion, they are filled with water, and at the bottom area, they will be placing their vegetables. So the thing is that water will try to get evaporated. So it will take latent heat of vaporization from this particular area. So automatically this area will be cool. So that is how he has made it. He is a local inventor, frugal inventor. And this particular lady is making this agarbatti sticks with the help of this particular machine. So like that, people can make a lot of things which will be useful for the common man. So innovations in materials and methods, there people are making mud houses. There is a person from Kollam, architect. He was from TKM College of Engineering. He was the head of the institution, head of the architecture department, Eugene Pandala. He used to make a lot of buildings out of mud. So similarly, our architect Shankar is also making in Habitat Group. And this is how people are using innovative things for storage applications and all. And here you can see instead of iron bars, people are using even our bamboo, bamboo for even for concrete applications. It is still useful. And this is IIM Bangalore, where you can see buildings like this. They have protected this particular tree. So how creative these people are making. So creativity exists everywhere. Only thing is that you have to identify the location, and according to that you have to use it. This is a Volkswagen plant in Stuttgart, Germany, where they used to store vehicles. It is a 360-degree platform where they will be able to store the vehicles that they are manufacturing. It is wagon. It is generally called as Volkswagen silo. It can be seen from several kilometers. You can see this particular silo. Very high, 400 cars can be kept, and there is a lift which is moving at the speed of 2 meters per second. 16 stories are there. So see how inventive they are making even the parking spaces. If they want to park 400 cars, you require a very big yard. So instead of that, they have made it like that, reduce the space. Now, in general, I'll just show you some, I'll take only 5 more minutes. I'll just show you some of the inventive projects that has done in our college and some patents that we have already published, just for showing it to you. So this is one of the LPG cylinder carriers that we have designed. That is, if you want to take one cylinder, LPG cylinder from one place to another, normally you want to hold it at the shoulder, or otherwise you will rotate it like this. But how do you take this particular cylinder from one floor to another floor? So directly we can use this particular item for transporting it through the steps. So that is what we have designed it for LPG stair climber. Another thing that we have designed was these are all things that we have taken patents, and this is a Huxley compact private vehicle that which can be used to carry two individuals around 150 kg payload capacity. A small drone which is made of which is powered by two engines. Normally, we have seen drones smaller size, but this is of a bigger size. Bigger size in the sense 1.5 meter by 2 meter size. People can persons can sit inside it and they'll be able to lift off. So it will be useful if especially during our floods and evacuation applications, it will be very useful. So that is why we have developed this thing, and it has been we have done that project with the help of KCST itself. It was around 8.8 lakhs. They have KCST has given a research grant for this, and this student is right now in Germany. He's doing his MS. Fayad. So we can do this. The students can also do it. You can incorporate the students also in it. Faculty can support these things. Then human weight operated coconut dehusking machine. Normal coconut dehusking machine is there. It's a inventory is our Jipu sir, Jipu Jacob, who was previously from agriculture department, and right now he's working in Amal Jyoti. His invention was coconut dehusking machine that we are already using it. But here we have come up with a newer machine where our weight is being used. Only thing is that you have to place the coconut there and you have to enter into a platform. So our weight, that is 60 kilograms or 70 kilograms, whatever it may be, with the help of that, automatically the coconut will be dehusked. So that machine we have developed. And another is kitchen high coconut scraper is there. We want to scrap the coconut. Normally we will be using our normal traditional coconut scrapping machine and all. We have to scrap it, but here whenever this coconut scrapping machine, you have to break the coconut into two and place it there and switch on the machine. Automatically you will be able to get the entire scrapped coconut. So these are the patented products. So this is electronic multicam handicap aid. If a person is blind and deaf, he can travel at any places with this particular gadget. So this project has been granted around 2 lakhs from Startup Mission, and this particular person is working right now in Bosch. He has also got 2 patents and all. So this is one handicap, and this is the person who has developed that product. This one, Sahir, he's taking that grant from Dr. Saji Gopinath, the Startup Mission CEO. And this is another inventive product that we have devised, an electronic smart cooking gas stove. Because the gas stove, when we are using, suddenly one day this gas exhausted. So what to do? So we don't know when it will exhaust. So this is a device exclusively for monitoring that. How much amount of gas is left in your gas cylinder? How long it will work? What is the present consumption rate? And automatically it books also. For example, the delivery time, for example, it is 5 days. If you book, 5 days is there taken for delivery. Previous 5 days itself, it will automatically book. So whenever it completes, whenever our gas cylinder exhausts, the new cylinder will come automatically. So this product also we have developed. So this is a particular person. So myself and Sahir has done this project, and for this he has won we got big India challenge competition. And for this, again, he has got IDC award, Indian Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication award. This is a Pro Hands device, as I've already told you by Jitin Babu, for holding these items, bulb, clock, etc., which is placed at the upper end. We can directly remove it or we can hold it like that. And this is another inventive product called portable sterile operation theater. That is this is an operation theater. This is an operation theater. This entire operation theater can be held in a backpack. In a backpack. This is designed by Dino Joseph, who is our student, and right now he has completed his MS from IIT Bombay. And right now, this particular product has been identified as one of the best 20 innovations in India. And this has been taken up by our armed forces, especially in Ladakh and all. So this is the paper cuttings of this Mumbai Mirror, and all IIT students OT can fit in a backpack. This is Dino Joseph. So this is a medical innovation in IIT Bombay. So these are very, very relevant areas, especially biomedical area where we want to focus on. This is another award that we have received for Arjun Ramesh and myself. We have done a project on improving the efficiency of diesel engines. This is Indian Automotive Technology Innovation Award in 2016. So, like that intellectual property rights cell, we are having an intellectual property rights cell, and this particular cell here we have published last 5 years. We have published around 10 patents. So this is the maximum number among the engineering colleges as per KSEST. And this is the best, we have received a best IPR cell award from KSEST in 2018. And our Safik sir and Ajit Prabhu sir have contributed a lot for making us come up to this particular level. The support that is given by KSEST is immense that we have to leverage out of it. So I thank this people from KSEST, especially Safik sir and Ajit Prabhu sir, for giving us an opportunity for doing this IPR cell and for all these innovations. Now, the last two slides. So what we want to do? So we need to develop observational skills and identify the opportunities. Opportunities are there. Everywhere opportunities are there. Only thing is that you want to identify it proper. Then you discuss new ideas with people of other disciplines. Other disciplines means engineering or others, any discipline. If you are from a science background, you discuss your issues with other people, especially from other areas. They will be able to come up with solutions. You may be thinking in one particular perspective. Then set deadlines for developing creative ideas. Deadlines means I should be able to develop within 3 months or 4 months. Set deadlines and strictly adhere to that. Then practice to take risks. Sometimes it may not work because I am telling it from my experience that a lot of difficulties will be there. It's a very difficult situation. So sometimes you may have to invest money, you have to invest time. A lot of things we might have invested, but still we may not get it. We may not succeed. But don't leave it there. Struggle it, continuously do it again and again. Take risk. Encourage students to think out of the box. Because as faculty, normally we'll be writing certain equations, we'll be teaching them. Some students will be very brilliant. They will be coming up with a newer idea. So encourage them, to think out of the box. Then don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel means suppose you may be going to design a new thing. This design has been done by somebody else long back. So do pattern search. Do search it properly, and you will be able to know that this has been done by somebody else. So you have to divert your field. So don't reinvent the wheel again. So come up with still newer designs. Designs, whatever design that you are doing, it should be socially relevant. That is, it should be relevant to the society, economically viable. People should be able to buy it. It should be cost effective. Practically, it should be feasible. You should be able to work it. Then cultivate the habit of creative and innovative thinking. That is, every time whenever you are discussing these ideas with the people, you create such a habit, cultivate such a culture, basically create a culture like that. Because normally whenever we are discussing, we will be discussing about a lot of other things and all. But set apart some amount of time and space for discussing certain innovative things. Now, general conclusion. Be confident that you are having the right talents to identify solutions to the problems in the society. You have. Definitely you have. Only thing is that you have to properly adhere to them. So contribute to our society. You can do wonders. Okay. So let us start our innovation campaign through better observation and positive attitude for building a creative nation. Okay. Thank you. Now, if time permits, I'll show one or two videos of 2 minute duration. Madam, you may kindly tell whether time is available to show 2 minutes videos.
Sure, sir, sure.
Okay, thank you. You see this video, future shopping. You just see. Hope this is visible. It's a future shopping. You don't have to wear it. Simulation will automatically help you. Cisco. This is the design, how an umbrella is being designed. New umbrella design. See the difficulty in folding the umbrella. Problem, wet floors. Water is dripping out. So that is a problem. It's out of the box thinking. You just see how it works. It opens in the other direction. So water will be kept inside it. This is the old one. This is the thing. Again, this is an issue. See the mechanism. One more I will show you. This is a frugal innovator. You see how he is cutting onion. Peeling and slicing. Only thing is that there is a knife and there is a thread. See how it is been made. See cabbage, how it is cutting cabbage. Okay, so that's all. So thank you all. Adam, any queries?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative session. We have two queries. So first one is, does it need copyright clearance for using 3D structures of chemical compounds?
3D structures of chemical compounds.
Chemical compounds. Does it need copyright clearance?
Madam, actually, I didn't understand the question basically. 3D for copyright clearance is basically need for 3D
For
structures.
using the 3D structures of chemical compounds.
Madam, basically copyright means it is basically for a document, whether for example let it be a story or let it be a process or whatever it may be. So, madam, what do you mean by this 3D structures of compounds? I mean, I didn't get the question basically.
In case if we are using in X-ray crystallographic studies and all, we are using 3D structures. So does it need copyright to use that kind of structures?
That means, do you think, do you mean that you are having a reaction, a specific type of reaction, and you want to take a copyright for that? Is it so?
Yes, sir. Yes, for designing the 3D structures of proteins and all, for designing a multi-enzyme complexes and all. So we need to take a copyright clearance for already existing a 3D structure.
If an already existing 3D structure is there, I don't think you will be able to take it for that. Otherwise,
Okay, sir.
what sort of improvisation is there for your structure compared to the other one? That is what I am asking you. Is there any
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For using a multi-enzyme, that is, we are creating a multi-enzyme complex using already existing 3D structures. So for that, we need to take a copyright clearance.
Actually, if an existing is there, what type of modifications that you are planning to make for that existing one, and what
Oh,
benefits that you are getting by doing that modification? That has to be clearly specified. Then only you will be able to get it. I think
okay, sir. Okay.
Sadiq sir is there in this panel. Sadiq sir, Shafiq sir is available from KCST. Madam, can you check?
I think no, sir.
No, sir. Okay, okay. Sometimes he may be able to give you more amount of explanation for that particular case.
Okay, sir. Okay. So shall we move to the next question, sir?
Okay, 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 ma'am.
Sir, what about the importance of IPR in cyber security?
See, that is one of the emerging areas as far as the cyber security is concerned. So, directly speaking, softwares, etc., you can take. I mean, generally, in terms of copyrights and all, in generally you can take, but anyone can interfere through any path. So, right now, there are softwares where we'll be able to infringe one particular area, but people are violating almost all the rules. So this particular copyright area, I mean, this infringement and all, if you take the case of this hackers and all, they are not going through the proper track. So anybody can infringe, but the government is already having certain specific rules, but these people does not align by that particular case. So this is the area where we want to focus more.
Okay, sir. Okay. So I think now we have came to the end of the session. May I now call upon Ms. Sanoja MS, Member Coordinator of AD Club, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Tasni. Honorable Speaker, Dr. Vinod D. Department of Mechanical Engineering, NSS College, Palakkad, respected Principal Dr. Sini Kurian, our IPSC Coordinator Dr. Leena Verghese, Mr. Safiq S, Technical Officer, IPR Cell KSCST, and all the participants here. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. Let me start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our special guest, Dr. Vinod V, who, despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion. This lecture was full of knowledge and interesting themes. Also, I express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Cindy Kurian for her unstinted support for this function. My heartful thanks to my colleagues for their valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement in all our efforts. I owe special gratitude to all our participants present here accepting our invitation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you all.